Mom, who is this? I don't know why my face is covered. Ramona watched a video where her husband David talked about a wonderful dream in which their farm was finally completely renovated. It is sown with irises, but still had no name. When Taylor's son came to see her, he reports that the electricity was turned off for non-payment. This encourages a woman with a broken leg to start her day by asking. Instead of asking for help, she visits Annie's youngest daughter first, reading a fairy tale to her favorite teddy penguin. Meanwhile, Taylor is playing with Charlie the dog, brings a pile of envelopes with bills, and seeing that the dog food has run out, he puts mashed potatoes in a bowl. There are also no matches in the house. Therefore, the boy takes a lighter from the box with his father's things to cook scrambled eggs on the stove. Ramona finally goes down to the children and takes the knife from her daughter, who is about to cut the cheese. And during breakfast, the woman says that about recovery. She can't call the energy since her phone is dead. Then everyone sees Charlie throwing up mashed potatoes. Taylor explains that he fed the dog their food, since the other one is not at home and goes out with the dog into the yard. Ramona, however, unpacked the condolence card. She remembers the accident that killed her husband David, and she got a broken leg. At that moment, her son tells her that there was a woman sitting in their yard. The family sees a stranger in a black dress at the window, and Taylor scares her sister that she's a dead woman, to which Ramona is unable to respond. He calls and decides to approach the woman herself to talk to her. When the hostess of the house approaches a stranger, she asks her how she got here, and she responds with an offer of help. That she doesn't need it asks a counter question. Has Ramona ever wanted someone else to take control of everything? And she just disappeared. The mother threatens the imminent arrival of her husband, but the stranger argues, judging by the broken leg and the wrecked car behind the house, the husband disappeared in an accident and explains his appearance by that Ramona called her herself after. Then he shows his bloody palms. The woman runs to the Jeep, however. It won't start and can't charge the phone for an emergency call, while the stranger, without getting up from the chair, forces Charlie to stop barking. Taylor notices that someone has killed all the chickens and is wondering to the dodging mother what is going on. Ramona is lying that she went to the Jeep to get a flashlight, and this woman has run away from a nursing home and is asking for help, which they can't provide her with. Therefore, he simply suggests that everyone wait in the house when she leaves. Taylor's situation is like this. He's not satisfied, and he wants to take his father's gun, whereupon the mother breaks the glass, demanding obedience. However, having calmed down, he promises to call. Where should I go when the electricity comes on? And after a while, the family notices that the woman in black had quietly moved closer to the house. Everyone is trying to go about their business. The mother examines the scar on her leg and gets annoyed that the daughter is writing some letters backwards again. After that, Ramona remembers about the dog. But when she goes out into the yard, she finds only his chain, the end of which is buried in the ground with Charlie. Taylor gets tired of sitting idly by and decides to drive a Jeep to a nearby farm to make a phone call from there, but his mother won't let him. Then the guy is going to walk to the neighbors again. Having received a refusal, he begins to loudly throw a ball at the wall to spite everyone. Annoyed, Ramona throws the ball out the window, and he requires Annie to spell the letters correctly. However, having cooled down, he asks his daughter for forgiveness and hugs her to himself. Then suddenly plunges a knife into her. It turns out to be a hallucination of a woman, punctured a pillow, and from the kitchen, that stepped on a piece of Dad's broken mug. Ramona takes her daughter upstairs to seal up the wound, and then the girl asks, do they even want to live in this house after their father died in an accident? To which the mother replies that she doesn't know herself. Meanwhile, Taylor picks up the poker, car keys without asking, goes outside in search of Charles. And not finding the dog, he sneaks into the barn and unsuccessfully tries to start the Jeep. After that, the woman disappears from the chair in front of his eyes. The guy sees the reflection of a stranger in the mirror and the sneaking shadow of Snaru. Someone turns out to be his mother, who drives her son into the house under the scrutiny of a woman in black. Ramona runs into Taylor because of his disobedience, but he wants to put all the dots on